In the few years that it's been out, Friday Night Funkin' has had a plethora of mods release, all featuring really varied characters. But in all honesty, there's just nothing quite like a Sonic mod. Something about him just fits perfectly into Funkin', and it almost always just works. That's why today, I'd like to make a shorter video essay on some of my favorite Sonic mods. No time like the present. Let's start off simple with Rush Shot. Rush Shot is actually a relatively recent one-shot mod, which was released a little over a month ago. It's based on Sonic Rush, the DS game. Personally, I've never played it, but I probably will someday. Booting up the mod, you're greeted with a plethora of style and charm. This mod, as mentioned before, is unfortunately a one-shot, but thankfully, the song is pretty good. I like it. And especially the fact that you can choose which character you play as on the title screen. Even the vocal mixing changes depending on which character you choose. Isn't that awesome? It's also very cool seeing the buddy in the corner be either worried or energetic depending on who you play as. To explain that a bit more simply, if you choose Sonic, Tails is very cheerful and excited, while Cream and Chow are worried and panicked. If you choose Blaze, Cream and Chow are positive and encouraging, and Tails gets nervous. It's a really cool detail that I love a lot. The mod just also has a super charming art style, with all the characters looking like they came straight out of Sonic Adventure era promo art. The background is really cool too, with all of its charm and style. It even has this sick results screen, which I assume mimics Sonic Rushes. Overall, this is a really cool mod, and I suggest playing it yourself. Funkin Origins is a mod based off of Sonic Origins, if that wasn't obvious already. Just from the game banana page, you can tell this mod is really good. The key art is genuinely gorgeous. I'd say play this mod yourself, just know that some of the songs are kinda misses. Eggman's song, lovingly titled Egghead, comes to mind. The whole song kinda feels like the instrumental was doubled over, but the double track is slightly offset forward by a little bit. On top of that, Casino Night Zone and Chemical Plant Zone songs, Welcome to the Casino and Chemical Plant Corp respectively, are just kinda there. It's odd, they just feel like songs. Not good, not bad, just there. Which is a shame because Sonic 2 went so unbelievably hard. I know I seem like I'm dogging on this mod, but there are some genuinely phenomenal songs. My only complaint is that Checkpoint is a little bit long. The song is nearly as long as Silly Billy, and I don't really think it should have been. I think they could have split it up into 2.5 minute songs, but regardless, it is still a good song. I'm not gonna go through every song, or any for that matter, so play the mod yourself if you're interested. I think it's a better experience that way. RodentRap is a mod that was released a little while back, on February 22nd, 2024. So far, I think it's probably been the highest quality Sonic mod ever released, which is why I think, to get the full experience, you should play it yourself. Links in the description. It's a short mod, and you'll be back here quickly. When booting up the mod, you see this genuinely really charming and stylish title screen. The back and forth scrolling image of a city, the logo, the art for Sonic, it's all super high quality and appealing. Let's quit mincing words though, shall we? Let's head straight on to tutorial. Off the bat, it's clear. This is a really high quality mod. It's not even using base game boyfriend sprites, it's using specifically made perspective sprites to fit with the angling of the camera. Also, speaking of sprites, holy mother of pearl, these Sonic sprites are amazing. He's so incredibly expressive, and I love it. His chromatic here is phenomenal as well. He sounds so nice, and the song itself is so good. Take it as a sign that this mod is really good when I'm fresh out of adjectives that describe amazing. Not only that, there's literally a vine boom at the end of this song. It's clearly peak. After he spin dashes away, we then find Sonic again, upset at boyfriend's tardiness. Then, full lyrics. At least for Sonic. The lovely voice of Landy RS on Twitter voices Sonic here, and he does a rather good job. Boyfriend, as usual, doesn't repeat the lyrics, instead just doing his standard beeps and boops.
You can stand up and fight, or be afraid.
Fun fact about this song, it's got some interesting story regarding Sonic's vocals here. Originally, Landy was supposed to sing it. Now, you may be a bit confused, so let me explain. When composing this song, Sturm, or better known as Gurgney, sang it himself as an example for how he wanted the singing to sound. But Landy didn't like his singing voice at the time, so what they instead decided to do was use Sturm's singing as a base for an AI to cover his voice with Landy's.
The beautiful sound that stems from the depths of your soul.
Now, I'm not going to sit here and debate whether AI is the root of all evil or not. I personally just don't like it because 99% of the time it's stuff like AI art that just steals art from amazingly talented artists, or using AI voices to make characters say some vile things or whatever. But there's a big difference here. With these vocals, A, it almost always sounds indistinguishable, aside from the "it's your choice" line, where the AI gets a bit more noticeable.
It's your choice.
And B, this was entirely consented to by both parties. Sturm and Landy mutually agreed to experiment and try this out. Basically, they used AI the right way. Also, all of Sonic's non-singing lines are not AI, they're Landy's real voice. But, in case you were wondering, Landy did take the time to get better at singing, and posted him genuinely singing free for me. Here's a snippet of that, and the link to Landy's original tweet will be in the description too.
Let's begin, shall we? I only need you to run with me today. You can stand up and fight or be afraid. It's your choice.
Now, with the song coming to a close, Sonic congratulates us on our ability to keep pace. Ending off the song, he asks us one more question.
Just got one question. Do you want to play with me?
Welcome to Sonic Legacy, the official continuation of the original Sonic.exe mod, which is now nearly 3 years old. The majority of the team from Sonic.exe appear here, including directors like Joe Doughboy, the owner of Lord X, and an overall huge figure in the EXE community. Raven, one of the owners of the original Sonic.exe mod. Many composers return from the original 2022 mod, including Sturm, who made Fight or Flight, Starbro, who made a whole hoopla of songs from the original mod. They have artists from the original mod like Commando Dev and Scorch VX, and even one of the original programmers, Dusky Y. The point I'm trying to make here, this is the official continuation of Sonic.exe. With Joe Doughboy and Raven being directors, it quite literally is Sonic.exe's official Funkin' return. Yep, I tricked you just like this mod tricked me, if the length didn't give it away. Unfortunately, I can't do what Free For Me does and increase the YouTube video's length mid-video. Regardless, welcome to Obituary. Mangled birds squelch and jerk around behind you. A giant reverse waterfall of blood is seen in the far background, and Sonic looks just as expressive as before. And it's the same expression too. He's still having fun, but it has a whole new tone now. We forego lyrics here, with 2011X's voice instead being 3 layered chromatics. Yes, this is the original Sonic.exe, and yes, they absolutely cooked here. This entire song is just brimming with quality at every turn. And just the mere idea that Sonic's voice is 3 layered chromatics, the fact that they innovated that much in the song, it's just so cool. This song deserves so much more recognition. Among all the comments I got about what mods people think were better than Hit Single in my last Essays comment section, Legacy was brought up only once. And I just think that's a shame. This mod and its currently released songs all just go so unbelievably hard. By the way, to the person who commented that you think any Wednesday Infidelity song can solo Silly Billy, you're just wrong. I'm not going to show your name so people don't actively look for you and harass you for it, but, like, dog, Wednesday Infidelity. Really? Anyways, I'm getting very off topic, and I apologize for that. Heading back to Legacy, we're now in second phase Obituary. Fire is crackling behind you. Sonic's posing has changed. Tails, Knuckles, and Eggman are all brutally on display, and the song's tempo has slowed down. This is just partly because I'm having a difficult time attempting to write a transition for this part, but also just because the song is phenomenal. I want you to listen to this part of Obituary. Just the raw, unedited section here, start to finish. Truly soak it in. And remember, this is the first patch of 13 for Legacy. Welcome to the main menu. An entire desktop and accompanying desk, filled with stuff like a half-eaten donut, lotion and tissues, and crumbs are scattered across the desk. Clicking the X reveals the song selector menu for this mod. It doesn't really have a sanctioned story mode and free play, instead just having the simple song selector. By the way, remember how I said this was patch 1? Every empty slot here is a new patch. And some of the slots are going to be multiple songs with one patch, totaling 16 songs. Really quickly, I want to go over the really nice little details for this menu. Boyfriend looks at your mouse cursor. There's a voice line for each song that you boot up. So for Tutorial, it's a normal Sonic voice line.
Oh yeah!
And for Obituary, it's 2011 Laughing. The key art for the songs are both genuinely beautiful. And finally, these two sick animations for picking songs.
Oh yeah!
Now, closing out of that song selector menu, let's head on to whatever this is. I still have no clue and I've seen it 100 times. This is Germa. No, not actually, but all of his files in the game's assets are in a folder named Germa, so that's what his unofficial name is now. Germa basically acts as the extras menu for Legacy. Inside of his shop, you can find stuff like a tape player, which is essentially an OST menu of sorts. You can find a book with all the relevant information regarding 2011X. You can look through a bunch of concept art and sketches on Germa's TV, and you can even talk to Germa a bit himself.
Oh, these great memories. I wish I was as lucky as they are. Oh, you're a music man, are you? I'm something of a connoisseur of the arts myself. Here are some tunes I was able to record. Don't ask how I got them. Oh, I f***ing love TVs.
Red TV 53 voices Shadyface here, and he does a phenomenal job. Germa just feels so full of personality and charm, even if he's a bit shady. Saying goodbye to Germa for now, I'd like to show you just one more thing before we close off talking about the actual Legacy build. If you are to, while still in the fake menu, head into free play and then enable bot play, and then you open up free for me, probably one of the coolest parts of this mod happens. Watching the bot play up to the end of free for me, you hear
Today. Wow, I gotta say, you kept pace really well there, bud. I knew you had it in you. We should try this again sometime, when you're feeling more up to it.
Hi, thank you for watching this video. Sorry if it wasn't as good or as long as the hit single video. This video, I had the idea for it, that being the fake out mirroring the actual mod itself. I wrote about half the script, and that just kind of lost ideas. Originally, I was gonna cover Sonic.exe Rerun's public build, but I lost motivation to cover that just because I didn't really want to. Rerun is probably gonna go hard, no doubt, but I preferred Legacy, admittedly. So much of Legacy is gonna be cooler in my head, and I personally cannot wait for the next patch. Again, thank you for watching. I've been Beanie Boy, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Where is that blue-haired kid anyway? Said he'd be... Oh, there you are. Let's begin, shall we? I only need you to run with me today. You can stand up and fight, or be afraid. It's your choice. When we're together, we've got nothing to fret. 'Cause the only way to live a life with any regrets is if you never knew it's easy as you want it to be. So stay within that box, or set yourself free for me. Let the sound of it guide you. The beautiful sound that stems from the depths of your soul. We're here to stay. We'll never go away. We see the brave tomorrow best. The challenges today.
What is that? It's Harring's surprise.
What's the surprise?
I'm on that good